It was April 26, 2003. The desert of southeastern Utah was silent. No wind, no clouds, no movement, only red rock canyons stretching endlessly beneath the burning sun. 27-year-old Aron Ralston clipped his helmet, adjusted his backpack, and stepped into Bluejohn Canyon. He was an experienced outdoorsman, a climber, an engineer, a man who trusted his body and his mind. And that day, he told no one where he was going. That single choice would decide whether he lived or died. Bluejohn Canyon is not wide. It is a maze of narrow stone corridors where sunlight barely touches the ground. Walls rise straight up like a prison carved by nature itself. Aron moved confidently. He rappelled down rock faces. He squeezed through slots barely wider than his shoulders. Then, near a section known as the cradle, he jumped across a narrow gap. His right foot slipped. A massive boulder shifted, and in less than a second, the rock crushed down onto his right arm. The impact was deafening. Pain exploded through his body. When the dust settled, Aron was pinned against the canyon wall, his arm completely trapped. The boulder weighed over 360 kilograms. It would not move. At first, he laughed. Nervous laughter. "I'll be out of here in a minute," he told himself. He tried lifting the stone. Nothing. He pushed with his legs. Nothing. He pulled until his muscles shook. Nothing. There was no phone signal. No passing hikers. No sound but his own breathing. The canyon had become his tomb. Aron rationed his water. He had only 350 milliliters. He tried to chip the rock with his small multi-tool. The blade bent. He tried to wedge his body and climb. He slipped. The sun set. Cold swallowed the canyon. That night, Aron tied himself to the rock so he would not fall asleep and slide into the darkness below. Hunger came first, then thirst, then weakness. He yelled until his voice cracked. No one answered. He began carving his name into the canyon wall. He filmed messages to his family. Not dramatic, not loud, just quiet goodbyes. Hallucinations began. His trapped hand turned purple, then black. The smell of his own blood filled the air. Aron knew the truth. The arm was dead, and death was moving toward him. That night, Aron saw something that changed everything. In a hallucination, he saw himself holding a small child. A boy, his son. He felt, with absolute certainty, if I don't leave this canyon, I will never meet him. That vision became his reason to live. There was only one way out. He placed the dull blade against his skin. The pain was immediate, blinding, unimaginable. He snapped the bones in his forearm using the rock, one by one. Then he cut skin, muscle, tendon. For over an hour, he fought through agony no human should endure. And then, his arm came free. Bleeding heavily, Aron rappelled down a 20-meter cliff using one arm. Then he hiked nearly 8 kilometers through the desert. His body was failing. He collapsed. And then he saw them, a family of hikers. They froze in shock at the blood-covered man approaching them. They called for help. A helicopter arrived. Aron was saved. Doctors said he had lost over 25% of his blood. He should not have survived. But he did. Aron Ralston went on to climb mountains again, to inspire millions, and to teach one lesson the world will never forget. Sometimes, survival demands the ultimate sacrifice. In the silence of a Utah canyon, one man proved, the strongest part of the human body is the will.